Hello everyone, I want to take the opportunity to tell you thank you for joining me while we cook this delicious meal. Here, as you can see, I have peppers, tomatoes, basil, purple onion, green pepper, yellow peppers, and I added a bit of oil. Just eat your colors, the more healthful you'll be. And so I'm about to add some salt, about 1 tablespoon. As you can see, my children are gathered around the stove to help me to cook today. They love cooking, and it should be a family thing. I added about 2 spoons of the black pepper for a little flavor. If you like it, you can add a little bit more. I'm not really a fan of black pepper, but it does what it's supposed to do. And once you've turned on the stove, then you can go ahead and stir it. Also, I'll be adding some coriander and some ground cumin. I just love the way how the cumin makes your food taste. I put it in absolutely everything. It's so delicious. I don't really do measurements, I just throw stuff in, so it's a little bit less than a tablespoon. And yes, as you can see, the stove is starting to heat up, and there we go with the coriander now. And we're about to mix it, it looks. There we go, we got a bigger spoon, and we're gonna mix that all together. I was cooking and I said, you know what? Why not make a dish for everyone today? So we set up our camera, and I hope to do more of this when I have the time. I don't like to use too much oil, so I base it down with some water. Because water is always the healthier choice. You just add a little bit more seasoning after when it's cooking. And as you know, I will be adding some garlic, but the thing is, I don't really like my garlic to be fully cooked, so I add it almost at the end. So here my daughter has poured in some more oil, because we're going to be adding some vegetarian patties. Just get the whole pan coated. There goes one. I love her. She's my 4th little girl, and she's just so interested in cooking. They should have been in class, but they seen that I was cooking, so of course they run to help. And of course we should be teaching our children to cook and clean and all sorts of other things that they can do. They're to be taught to be helpful around the home. And so the vegetables are simmering, and she's so eager. We just put it in and she's so eager to turn them. These patties are Yves patties. They are so delicious. You can make a sandwich out of it. I use it now to cook my meats because, you know, I don't eat animal fat or any animal meats or anything like that. So now we're covering it, and when we open it up, the magic of TV, voila, well, it's time to turn them. And so there's one. I didn't really get the time, so you just cook it until you feel that they're brown at the bottom, because you want anything that you're cooking, especially when it's like mixed up with, if you didn't make it, you need to make sure that it's well properly cooked, just in case. And there we go. So now we're going to let these cook for a little bit. I'm just cutting them up into smaller pieces so that when we add the vegetables to them, they will just go right into the creases and give more flavor to the bite-sized pieces. And so once you're finished cutting them up, then you just cover it and let them cook for a bit. And once you've deemed that the vegetables are cooked well, then you're going to add a little bit of honey. Honey, this one is so delicious. So I add honey to everything. Now that the baby is old enough, she can be eating honey. I add it to everything. Honey is so good for the body. And just give it a good mix. Do you see the gravy that is there? If you need more gravy, you're gonna have to add the same seasoning, but just add a little bit more. So now once everything is like that, we're going to, I'll turn that one off and add it all over. Hopefully you try it. The taste is amazing. Get it all in there and make sure that it's spread out all over the vegetarian meat, and then you're going to let it cook some more because you need the flavor. That's what you need in there. And then you cover it up. And I'm about to cook some broccoli. What I love about the broccoli is that the whole bit of the broccoli is delicious and is good for you. The flower part, also the stems. All I do is I just clear off a bit of the outside, the skin. You don't have to, but I definitely cut off the end, and you just boil it. I really like mine to be a little bit crunchy, so I don't really cook it for too long. And furthermore, you don't want to get rid of the vitamins in there. It's very important for you. Look at that, so delicious. And yeah, so I learned a little trick that if you don't want the broccoli to lose its color, because you know sometimes it will turn brown, once it's cooked to your desired liking, then you take it off, pour off the hot water, and add cold water that will freeze it so that the color stays. That's when you go to restaurants and you see the beautiful green broccoli. That's exactly what they do. That way the broccoli will last longer, it will stay harder longer and not soggy. But everything is up to you. You have to do your food the way you like it. And so, like I told you, at the end, I'm adding the garlic, and my children love the garlic as well. And it's garlic once it's good for your immune system. So I like mine not to be cooked. Just, just a little bit of taste. And get all of that delicious garlic off into the food. I'm thinking about making it again. It was so delicious. So I paired it with rice and some avocados, and my son enjoys corn. So we added corn as a side dish. Yes, just mix it in there. And I'm going to turn off the stove just so that it doesn't cook too much. We just want to mix it well so that the flavor gets to every part of it. And as you can see, there's the corn. And once the corn has boiled up properly, then we shall eat. So everything cooks a little faster and better if you cover it. And there they are. Everything is prepared. So you can eat yours any way you like, but frankly, I love tacos. So here I am adding some taco bread. Here's it cut in half. And here was my plate, you guys. This right here was so delicious. I hope you try it and tell me if you like it. Enjoy!